All right. All right. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the bonus level of the Phantom Effect podcast. As always, I'm joined by, unfortunately, my co-host, Devin. And from what you can hear in the background, the real mascot of the Phantom Effect podcast, Cameron Remy Hallberg, who is behind me.
So just kind of like, to put in perspective, he's like the shorter guy. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember his name now. That was in WWE. Played a leprechaun.
Hornswoggle?
Yeah, he's your Hornswoggle.
I mean, pretty much. What is up, Jason? So for everyone listening right now, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this at a later point, this episode is being recorded live Monday night on January 11th. Yeah, that's your name. You're so smart. You guys know how it is with this podcast. Cameron's always going to be on because he's the best. But we are recording this live on January 11th in preparation for the 12th bonus episode. So if you have any specific questions on the things we are going to be talking about, if you have a question, we are going to save it for the last 5 minutes where we do our bonus level fan Q&A. Other than that, we do see your comments. I will bring them up on screen, but I won't be referencing them a whole lot just because of the fact that if people are listening to this at a later date, it does chop up the waters a little bit. So welcome everyone to the bonus level. Before me and Devin get into our little fun banter, what we are going to be doing for this week's bonus level is announcing a pretty major announcement for the Phantom Effect podcast that you may have seen on the page earlier today. If you're listening to this after a later date, please go to the facebook.com/fandom podcast to check out our live stuff and our announcement. But we're going to give away a major announcement of some stuff that we were able to finalize this last weekend. And then we are going to get into the bonus level this week. WWE starting the SGS, which was their response to taking away Twitch from the WWE superstars, and they replaced it with this program called SGS. And last a week and a half ago, as of this recording, they did their first 6-hour live stream. So me and Dev are going to talk about what made them get rid of Twitch, what we thought when they announced SGS, what we thought of the first episode, and how we think it's weird how Adam Cole is still literally the only person left from WWE still on Twitch. Why was he able to come up with an agreement that nobody else could get? Because now Adam Cole's on both SGS and Twitch. Good job. So we're going to get into that. It's going to be the topic for this guy. So if you have any questions related to WWE and the Twitch superstars or the SGS program or anything like that, just make sure you can ask them at any time. Just like I said, I won't be referencing them until the last 5 minutes. But before we get into our major announcement, so we can really drum up the anticipation for everybody listening live and down the road, what's going on, Devin?
Not a whole lot. I mean, our calendar's filling up from what I can see. I got one of those big dry erase boards, and I started filling it up with all of our different, interviews we got coming up and other life events that I have and you have. And after careful review of this board, we are getting quite busy.
It's gonna get busier.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that with this major announcement that we have, it being 1/11. For those who might be listening at a later date, I do want to let you know that this Wednesday, the 13th, the unlucky 13th, we will be going live again on a brand new area.
It's true. I'm going to do a quick shout out before we do this announcement. I said I wouldn't do this, but I was about to share this page. Shout out to the person behind our major announcement for sharing this thing 10 times on different pages. So shout out to you, my man. That means a lot. Really, it does make us feel really good about this move. So I totally agree with you on that, Devin. Stuff's adding up. A lot of other stuff I got going on. We just talked about it. I'm contemplating starting a side business in the next couple months once I can get a few more things under my belt in terms of some skills, but contemplating starting up a side thing here. But
it's not Mark's OnlyFans.
No, that's something I don't charge for because I just want people to enjoy my art.
And nobody wants to see it.
Hey, man, I got like 30 million free subscribers. I mean, it's all me on separate email addresses, but that's not, that's besides the point. That's besides the point.
I kind of wish that like for our big announcement, we could like have our own like intro theme music, kind of like
it's true.
Like we're walking into the ring. So let's just set that mood a little bit here, okay? You have two players.
Uh-oh.
You have two wrestlers in a match, a heel and a face going at it.
Yeah.
The heel just won this match, and all of a sudden, the lights start to dim, and the music starts to play. And we're gonna say that this music would be like chattering, right? Like kind of like the Miz's like beginning part when it says like quiet on the set. It goes. We're gonna have that, and then out comes our new.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on. I had to bring it up. So that's how we're gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do this. I got it prepped up. So Devin, would you like to? I guess we should start this by saying, you guys probably remember from past recordings. I very briefly before Devin came on, I used to be a part of something called Redline Radio, and now without getting into any details because it's not my place to say, I decided to leave that program on my own, and we've been kind of just doing our own thing since then. And we've been kind of figuring out what we want to do, and we got a lot of plans in the works, but through a different contact over at the Canned Air podcast, shout out to those guys, we got in contact with somebody over here, a Mr. Mick Manhattan, who is behind our big announcement. So I'm going to share my screen here so you guys I'm going to bring you right to our major announcement, and then we'll talk about it. So those of you listening at a later date can check it up. But as you can see here, our little logo is right here. So as of 1/13/2021, or if you're listening to this at any point, welcome now. The Phantom Effect podcast, as you can see on this screen here, is now a part of the Scene Snobs channel, both on this website, Facebook, and you will now be able to hear all of our podcasts on this platform as well. So starting this Wednesday with our Royal Rumble live event that we are doing, we are going to be available on the Scene Snobs website and Facebook page, along with some really other great podcasts as well. And so all those links will now be included in each of our podcasts and different things like that we got going on. So really quickly, so as I know we got
I'm pretty sure that Mick, when he heard about us, he full on went Jonah Jameson and was like, I need all the podcasts.
I need all the.
I need photos of Spider-Man and the Phantom Effect podcast.
Give me photos of the Phantom Effect. So we'll touch on this very quickly because me and Devin we want to make sure we get into the main topic of the bonus level, but I'm pretty excited to join this. I know a lot of the podcasts that are on there already. A lot of these guys I've interacted with or talked to in various platforms before. And it'll be just great for us to kind of help out some other people, get our stuff out there to, a broader audience. And, already I can say, just as again, I'm not going to talk bad about another platform or anything like that. But in the brief time we've known him, in comparison to stuff I've done, Nick's been like above and beyond and like trying to make us feel welcome. But I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about this, man? I know you came into this podcast.
So
a little bit later into this kind of platform.
Sorry, it took me a minute because you like froze and then you came back and so like caught you mid sentence and it was like, no, it's legit. I mean, we talked to Mick on over Zoom or actually StreamYard, and had the full conversation. Some other people we have.
Sorry, I think we're having some my Wi-Fi
difficulties. We have some, we had some shows in the past with some of the people that are a part of Mick's group of podcasters, and he's putting it the best way. Sunday is truly Sunday fun day movie trailers now. I mean, we get that 8:00 primetime Sunday. We're like that late night Sunday football game where everybody's watching us because we're the Super Bowl and we're going on top. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we're just here to make it better, right?
For people coming in later, listen to this. I do want to shout out some of the other podcasts here because they've done. I know we're going to have some people that are going to do the same for us. So, the PBD podcast, 3 Geeks,
Jeff
Dwoskin show. Those are the main ones that me and Devin have had interactions with in the past. So in addition to, if you love our work and the stuff that we're doing, or if you're new or, however you are finding us, you're going to love those guys too. So just make sure you check out that stuff as well.
And Mick's even got his own show too that he does, the Scene Snobs itself. He runs his own show, which thank you, Mick, for letting us take over your 7:30 show with our 7:00 Royal Rumble hour, where you guys are not ready for this Royal Rumble hour. It is going to be an outstanding show. We are pulling some guests from our fandoms that we have here with wrestling, and we're sharing that with other people who have the same fandom, and it's going to be great. And Mick, if you're listening to this, whether it's live or later, I want to make very clear on one particular thing. The nice stuff only applies for this week. After this week, our crap talking of you begins. Oh yeah, you have stick with the wrestling theme here, Mick. You've officially brought in the NWO.
Yeah,
Wolfpack for life, Bubby.
Yeah, so you get this week, of us talking nice, and then starting next week we're gonna crap talk you. Cameron, say hi to the internet. You gotta say it.
Say hi, internet.
Say hi, internet. You gotta say hi, internet.
Hi, internet.
There you go.
There we go.
Brilliant. Boom. All right, that's like 10 million likes right there.
Bye-bye.
I don't know how you could want to. But no, it's just gonna be nice to get back to this stuff that like when I did it before, it was always just really fun. Like whether we did something live on that day, and that's the thing, we're gonna be doing a mixture of stuff. So make sure you guys not only check out our stuff now, but like you can catch us every Sunday, like Devin said, at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central time. The rest of those time zones you can figure out the hell yourself. On when you can catch us, but it's going to be Sunday nights. We're doing our Royal Rumble thing, but like we might occasionally be doing some cool live stuff. And then Sundays, generally we're going to try to showcase the episode that we did that Friday, but there might be weeks where me and Devin decide that something big's going on. We want to do something cool live, through our pages and through the Scene Snobs, website as well. And yes, you are.
Sunday. 8:00. You know what happens at 7:00 on Sundays, Mark?
Awesome.
Okay.
Pay-per-views.
They do.
Wrestling. And we could do a live event with a pay-per-view. I'm locking that in right now, Mick. If you're listening, we're gonna do a pay-per-view live one time, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, those generally they'll start at like 7-ish, 6-ish, and they'll go until like 9 or whatever. So yeah, there could be a pay-per-view if we can work it out. We can do a live watch along, like live reactions to us watching a WWE pay-per-view, which would be fun to do. But because worst case, we
don't
kill.
Sign us on that contract yet, Mick.
We just if we kill 3 geeks and absorb it, then no, I'm just kidding.
Kill 3 geeks, and then we take out PVD.
If we just kill everyone and just
Jeff Dwoskin,
and we just become the only podcast on every night on every show, we'll be good.
Yeah. And then the Scene Snobs will be the only ones left. We can Highlander this like crazy.
We'll be good. But like I said, we're gonna move on to our main topic because we do have to make sure we get this recorded. So like I said earlier, in case you're coming in us a little bit last way through, what we're going to be doing today is talking about WWE taking away Twitch from pretty much 98% of their superstars, which led to a firing of one superstar. Well, not according to them, but whatever. Thanks for eating all my Cool Ranch Doritos, Cameron. You're lucky you're not, older. And replacing it with something they called SGS, which I can't remember off the top of my head what that acronym is for. I probably should have looked it up.
Superstar Gaming.
There you go. Superstar Gaming, which just sounds super high school sports tournament.
I got it. Superstar Gaming Series.
Superstar Gaming Series.
I eat this one. I eat all your Doritos.
Great job. So they announced that like a while ago that they were, superstars had to start getting rid of their Twitch. So Devin, we'll dial back to the very beginning. So both of us were messaging each other when we first that WWE was going to start making their superstars cancel third-party platforms like Cameo and Twitch and stuff. Now Cameo I got, right? Because a lot of these characters did their cameos in character, and WWE owns the right to the character. So Cameo I totally understood.
And they charge like
a lot of
money to have somebody like Big E come out
Right.
and go, "Oh, Mark, here
Yeah.
we go." And it's like, you know what? The only person I could say it's fair for Cameo was Mick Foley. Mick Foley would charge you like $40 to say something to you, and I'd be okay
some were a
with that.
lot. I heard some guy paid. It was right before they got shut down. He wanted Alexa Bliss. He paid Alexa Bliss to answer, like if she would go on a date with him or something like weird, but paid for it. Like she had something where you could ask her a question on Cameo. $200 was her price.
The real thing is did you turn into Bailey recently?
Alexa
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah,
I'm a superstar champ.
Yeah. So, what was your first thought when you heard that they were taking away like all the third-party platforms?
You know what? At first, I was like, "What? Okay, like it doesn't make any sense. Whatever." Because these people, it's just another outlet for them to just kind of relax and do something with. I mean, you think about how long Xavier Woods, Austin Creed, had his gaming channel for, and then he switched to YouTube, and it created another outlet for him to have another career with. But then, because these guys aren't always going to be prepared to wrestle. I mean, their bodies break down over time. It's like a football player, right? You can't expect a football player to play his whole life playing football until he's, in his late 50s. It ain't going to happen. So what they end up doing is they create other outlets. To be fair, I get why, from a business standpoint, they're like, well, you're making money off of something else using my product idea.
Right. Well, like I said, Cameo was the one I understood, and I was actually like, I agreed that Cameo. I was like, okay, yeah, they do it in character. That makes sense.
So Twitch is the one you don't understand.
Not that I don't understand it, but like they have been doing it for essentially since the pandemic hit. A lot of them have been doing it to supplement income because without house shows, they're not getting merchandise sales, or at least not nearly as much of those merchandise checks that they used to. Especially the NXT people who don't, from what I understand, merchandising isn't a part of their deal on NXT.
So wait, you're telling me that the buy one get one for $1 T-shirt sales are not booming right now?
They are not.
Oh, okay. Because they do it after every pay-per-view.
Because there were some that were very entertaining. There were some that weren't.
I went to the last NXT house show and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I've never been able to catch a house show for NXT, which who knows, maybe one day.
It was the first time I got to watch Dio and Keith Lee versus Adam Cole, and I want to say it wasn't Roderick Strong. I think it was the guy who just wrestled Finn Balor. I can't remember his name right now.
Kyle O'Reilly?
Yeah, I think it was Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole versus Keith Lee and Dio. because Dio was from Detroit, so they had
Right, yeah.
wrestle on
And
Atlanta.
probably around that time was when they were getting ready to call him up to Raw before he got hurt and all that stuff.
It was like right before.
Yeah, so they're trying to get his name out there a little bit.
Yeah, so this is the thing, and we've had this conversation before. Like
Right, and we'll be brief on this part of it so we can get into the SGS and stuff.
But we don't understand why Adam Cole still is available to do his, but everybody else had to cancel theirs, except for the YouTube channel being presented by Austin
Right,
Creed.
yeah. Austin Creed can still do up, down, down because it's WWE branded. Because he does like the supercard episodes where he showcases like the new supercards for their game. So that's why they're allowing him to still do that.
I am starting to learn though.
Yeah. No, yeah, we won't mention anything because we don't want to get anyone in trouble.
No, but we're starting to learn that things cannot be said by Adam Cole on his stream. He is not referred to as Adam Cole on his stream. So there's nothing there. Plus, we have to say he is he's friends with a lot of alternative people.
Indie guys.
Yeah, we'll say indie guys. But the people you find on TNT on Wednesday night.
Like, I don't know. For example, maybe a clip of Adam Cole getting clotheslined by Brody Lee Jr. at a certain other initials New Year's Eve party that he was at.
Because his girlfriend is.
Because his girlfriend's one of their top female talents.
So, to be fair, I understand them keeping him around, make him happy, because if that dude jumps ship.
Oh, not just him, but you got to add with other people being like, as an example, Tyler Breeze, who cannot be happy right now that he, after 8 years, he finally gets a tag team title run, and then they use him as a transition champion. Him and Fandango, which is a travesty considering how talented each of those guys are and all the work they did on the main roster, and then agreeing to go back down to NXT because they could have said no. They could have said, no, we're not taking a pay cut to go down to NXT, in which case WWE, not wanting to cut them, would have paid them to sit at home. But they took a pay cut to go back down to NXT. They finally that's what I said, and I've said it before on numerous podcasts. We're not going to go into it, but Triple H, after doing a great job for a long time, you are screwing up the tag team division in NXT.
Yes, but he's not screwing up NXT itself.
No, he's not, but he's screwing up the tag division.
NXT itself is way better.
No, NXT itself is
right
great,
now.
and the women's division in NXT is the greatest women's roster in the history of any division on this planet. No women's roster can compare to theirs.
I do want to take a minute too before we get into more SGS to just take a minute to say on 1/11/2021, we are sorry to hear that Drew McIntyre has gotten COVID, and we are sorry to hear that.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get any of those side effects that some people are getting, where like they have diminished lung capacity and stuff.
If he loses his title, I kind of wish it was off of something else, not COVID.
Hopefully, hopefully maybe they can. Hopefully they can do, if it's something where he has to take some time away. I mean, hopefully they can do something like computer generated where somebody can pin him for the title, so somebody can get a rub safely. If it can't be done safely, then of course don't do it.
I mean, if Bray Wyatt can get lit on fire,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, if there was some way to do some sort of cinematic, if he ends up knowing he needs to take time away, if there's a way to do some sort of cinematic match, but we'll move on.
So we have the Superstar Gaming Series heading out that's out right now. Okay.
Yeah, they announced that as their replacement, and I right away was like, what? Because they showcased a lot of people on it, and then I saw Adam Cole on it, and I'm like, wait, so you get both now? Like, are you making money from both? Like, because
no. So I think he jumped on to the SGS because he was a major part of Up, Up, Down, Down with the Monday night, or with the Monday Unos that they play.
Yeah.
So I believe that they just pulled him in from that. But you had people such as Ronda Rousey, The Miz, Liv Morgan, Adam Cole, Tyler Breeze, Shayna Baszler, and Jessamine Duke.
Yeah.
But they mixed them up with some known gamers.
Some like YouTube and like some famous YouTube and Twitch gamers like were mixed in, which already
Phase adapt.
I don't know who any of those people are because I don't really follow that side of things. But already, so when I saw that being announced, I already was like, okay, this is just some giant. Like I was like, okay, is this even about what they were trying to do with just playing games with fans? Because now you're introducing all these famous Twitch streamers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the hardest thing to do is like they're doing something now, and I can tell you that it's probably making a lot of the talent who were dismissed for such things and the other talent who were told not to do these things. It makes them quite irritated.
Yeah, like Thea, who's Aleister Black's wife, who got fired from this because they're saying they fired her because after all this, she started an OnlyFans, which again, to say this now before anyone starts Googling like crazy, it's a non-nude OnlyFans. She's only doing like lingerie and cosplay pictures, but she started it, and they're saying that essentially behind the scenes, combined with the fact that she has, out of the people that were Twitch streaming, she has probably like the second or third highest total of subscribers. So she's made, like, from what it came out, people were saying she was making like, I don't know how much more, but she was making more through Twitch per month than she was with her contract.
Yeah, it just, she tried to, and she even tried to defend it to everybody who is a follower of hers on her Discord. They tried to defend this situation, and she just said like, "Yo, I can't believe that this is happening." And then it's literally a slap in the face that they came back and were like, "We're gonna start our own gaming series now, because if we're gonna have this many people that are interested, maybe we can get some people to do it." So it kind of sucks. I mean, you lost some good talent out there when it comes to streaming, because I'm not just saying her, but
no, like
you had AJ Styles.
Yeah, his were good. Tyler Breeze's weren't too bad.
You had Cesaro's.
Yeah, Cesaro's I really enjoyed. Because he did a lot of League of Legends, which I know we stopped playing, but it was still really cool. Like, because he had all these cool emotes, and like he played top lane, and he get like, because I mean, if anyone who knows Up Up Down Down and you watch Cesaro play in any of the Uno games or any of the other games they used to do together, he gets super like aggro and like rage quits all that. Like, not rage, he doesn't quit, but he gets like to the level of rage quit. And so like, and another thing that sucked too is like, okay, I'll say this oddly enough, Austin Creed, Up Up Down Down, amazing, right? Lots of great content. His Twitch stuff was pretty bad, actually. Like, some reason whenever he streamed on Twitch by himself, it was always bad. Like, I never enjoyed watching his Twitch.
It's because he plays off of people very, very well.
Yeah. See, that's another thing too, though, is like a lot of other things are coming out that people are a little bit annoyed from the fan standpoint of all this happens, but he's going to G4 to be a part-time host, and WWE's fine with it.
There's going to be something in the clause or in his contract that allow it.
My guess is that part of whatever discussions WWE, because it wasn't like he got to just talk with G4 by himself. Like, WWE lawyers were part of these meetings.
Oh yeah, but he's also going to be known as Austin Creed there, not
Xavier Woods, which is true. But WWE, like, my guess is to like what you said. Part of the agreement, my guess, and again, this is pure speculation. Let me preface it by saying this is 100% pure speculation. G4 has talked about like they're probably going to be bringing back a lot of the tech shows, and X-Play is rumored to be coming back with different hosts, but that type of show of what X-Play was. My guess is that whatever show that is, whether it's him or somebody else, has to review the WWE game every year on an episode at some point.
Or there will be WWE attached to G4 at some point.
Or when they do live SGS episodes, they get to stream on the network. That might be like he can do whatever he wants, but when they do live SGS episodes, they get to go on G4 because like,
SGS will be on G4.
Or SGS will be a part of G4 because hey, we got mainstream celebrities, we got famous Twitch streamers, we got famous YouTubers. So for G4, if that again, pure speculation, if that somehow is the agreement, that's smart on G4 to get a quick audience coming in. Not only is it WWE superstars playing games on this network, it's famous Twitch streamers and famous YouTubers who have millions and millions of subscribers.
Well, also, to be fair,
I still haven't watched the new season.
So great. They will have a huge audience for G4 because of people like our age who watched G4 when it was originally on, and all those people who have gotten home road throughout their lives.
Yeah, I mean, I will. I mean, I loved G4. It was the only place that showed the porn awards. Where else are you gonna catch that stuff at 1 in the morning?
Attack of the Show, X-Play.
It's like more secondary. No, I'm kidding. No,
so great.
X-Play was my favorite.
They had
I loved X-Play. I got slightly turned away from Attack of the Show when not Olivia Munn, because Olivia Munn's actually like a huge nerd. But when they introduced Sarah Underwood, who is amazingly attractive, no doubt there, but they had her covering video game segments, and this was like towards the end of G4 where you could tell they were just desperate to try to get something in. That's where I, like, as a person, I stopped watching G4 because by that point X-Play was gone, and Attack of the Show was like, other than random tech review stuff, Attack of the Show was really the only thing left that to me was worthwhile watching. And when they introduced her, and you could just tell she didn't care about video games and she wasn't into tech, and she was just there. She was just a former Playboy Playmate to wear skimpy clothing and talk about video games. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. So I'm assuming they're going to do something different, but okay. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But moving on to SGS. Moving on to the SGS, first episode streamed like a week, I don't know, like early January or late December. I can't remember now. It was 6.5 hours. Overall thoughts on what you thought of it? Did you watch all of it, or did you catch part of it?
I watched a good chunk of it and then turned it off because you can only watch people play. They're not truly playing Among Us the way they would normally play it.
No, they're not.
You watch these people outside.
Yeah.
The same people play it outside of SGS.
Played a lot more.
So much more. They're some more aggressive. They're more fun to play around. And you could tell that like these people they're doing it as if they were playing on a game show.
Yeah.
Like the old Nickelodeon game show where the kids actually go into the arcade game.
Oh yeah.
That's what it made me feel like.
Was it just you were like, if you go back and watch Tyler Breeze, he looked like he was just absolutely miserable. Like he hated every single second of being on that thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like how I didn't like the setup. I thought when they did the WWE game, like I got Among Us, and then they were like, yeah, and then they're gonna play WWE Battleground.
Yeah, it was that Battlegrounds because it's the holiday special or whatever. But I was like,
and I was like, really? Like if you're gonna do WWE branded BS, like come on. Like if you're gonna do this, have them play regular games, not
they couldn't play 2K20. 2K20 won't even load up on most PlayStations or computers.
And 2K19's too glitchy to even work.
It's so bad. So
like, just have them play regular games. Do fun things like a 4-on-4 Counter-Strike Go, or
everybody play. Even playing Uno would be fun.
Or have the four main guys just do Uno, but on this platform instead of again. So what annoyed me, and I'll say this, and it popped up on. I watched it off of Xavier Woods' Up Down Down channel. I watched it off of YouTube because it was streaming there as well. But you can tell WWE is the one who made the post because it said live at 3 p.m. and a lot of people didn't read the description where it said, but the actual thing doesn't start till 7. From 3 to 7, we're going to show highlights of the Up Down Down channel. So that's what they did on their Twitch from 3 to 7. They showed highlights of up, up, down, down. Then the actual event started. So it was like it started off with like a mini middle finger to people
To
because
be fair, I was one of those people.
so was I.
I
Irrelevant.
turned it on and I was like, oh, they're playing Sonic the Hedgehog. That's
Yeah,
awesome. And AJ
both-
Styles is here. And then I was
Yeah.
like, and it was like,
Wait,
oh, this is from the past. I'm like,
we're both stupid, but moving on from the fact that we're both stupid. Yeah, and like you said, I tried to watch more of it because like I just had it on in the background as I was doing other stuff after. Like I paid attention for a little bit and then I just defocused and did other stuff. And it was the same reason. I don't know who these Twitch streamers and YouTubers are, so I don't care when they're talking. I don't find them entertaining. I don't care that they're there. It took away from the experience for me because what was fun about watching Adam Cole, which we both still do, and other people was, you know, like it was watching them be more like themselves than it was like they were like truly themselves, which they're not doing now because now they have to like, now they're doing it for numbers only.
so the value point to anybody who's listening to this and truly wants to watch what we're talking about. Watch a up, up, down, down Uno game. Watch that kind of stuff, and you'll know the difference between the SGS stuff and Uno and all the other games that are played on the same platform because you will see the difference in their friendship and the way that they play together. Some of these people are just they basically just gave them a keyboard and were like, "You're gonna play Among Us today," and they were like, "Okay," and it was just like it made no sense.
Not just that, but a lot of these YouTubers, so like Tyler Breeze, Austin Creed, Adam Cole, they're all like in their early 30s, mid 30s. Other than one or two of these Twitch YouTuber guys, a lot of these people were like in their early 20s. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to like, that's why they weren't acting like themselves. They're not going to joke around like they will with their fellow peers than they are with some 20-year-old Twitch streamer who only knows how to Twitch stream. You know what I mean? Like they're not like, they're going to act way different against them than they are, you know, playing Madden with AJ Styles.
Yeah, I mean,
which to me, I think the reason why you didn't say AJ Styles, I think AJ Styles is so pissed that he's refusing. Otherwise, why would you not have AJ in your first episode? You know what I mean? Because he was one of your bigger Twitch streamers. Because you could tell they were trying to get on their bigger Twitch streamers on their first episode.
They were trying to bring the crowd, and it just was not happening.
No, because Ronda Rousey never Twitch streamed. The only thing she ever did was randomly appear on like Thea and Paige and all those other, like there's a few other people. They all play games with each other like every week.
What she would do is she would play on.
She plays on Facebook. She's got an exclusive, right? But she has an exclusive contract with Facebook, but she hasn't done anything in forever.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, it was one of those things that just never made sense, and it won't ever make sense to us. Vince McMahon, we said it once before, and we'll say it again. Vince McMahon is an old timer thinking with old thoughts.
Yeah, and we won't get into that side of it, but I will say, as a comparison, before we get ready to wrap up, look what AEW, look what Tony Khan is letting his people do with stuff. So not only this, but Being the Elite is a huge channel, like a huge thing for them, for AEW, Being the Elite. I started watching it 2 months ago. Flipping hilarious. It's hilarious. Brandon Cutler is one of the main producers he's the main producer of BTE, who me and Devin are huge fans of because the dude is freaking awesome. And he's a great Twitch streamer. But so BTE, they are completely out of kayfabe in BTE. Like, okay, Devin, did you ever watch BTE at all?
No, actually, I just heard about him from being a part of his Discord. I just learned it. So
yeah, go back and watch some stuff because the Dark Order, when Brody Lee was, rest in peace, Brody Lee. The stuff with him in Dark Order is so funny, and like Brandon Cutler has all these things with SCU. And like they've got like it's hilarious. It's straight up hilarious. BTE is hilarious, but they're all out of kayfabe. They are all except for Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's full kayfabe with the thing that he's doing with Private Party. That's like full on. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's full.
Matt Hardy will never be out of kayfabe.
No, Matt Hardy is full character in his stuff with Private Party on BTE. But my point is, like, that's a separate channel where they're allowed to break character. Like, they don't have to act like they do on TV. And Tony Khan doesn't care. And the wrestlers, they've already said they love it. Like, they say they have such a fun time filming stuff for BTE. Like, Kip Sabian is like some sad wannabe gamer who keeps losing to Leva Bates. And like 2 months ago, she lets him win. And now every episode he follows her around trying to get her to prove that she didn't let him win and that he won on his own. Like, it's silly. It's slapstick.
But we can see the difference in kayfabe and not kayfabe.
Yeah, we can separate.
We'll bring it up again when you watch. We'll call them the Chugs.
Yeah, on Uno. Which, by the way, I love
watching his Twitch stream.
Which I love when he gets rated. Like, he'll get rated by like Jay Lethal or somebody like that, or something like that, and he'll be like, "Well, he'll be like, hi everyone, I'm Chugs," and like all of his moderators are like, "Dear Lord, no, you're not." Like, not who you are.
But no, like the fact is that
because
the Chugs
can't say I'm Adam.
Literally,
he can't say I'm Adam Cole.
The nicest guy.
Oh, the nice.
He could be running a heel throughout his whole NXT career, and he'll turn around and he'll still be the nicest guy you'll ever talk to. He thanks everybody for everything that comes through, and he even stated on a personal message or on a message a couple weeks ago, he even stated that he would, even if he couldn't get bits and subscriptions, he would still do it and talk to everybody that's on his stream.
Yeah, no, his is awesome, and I'm glad he's still able to do it because his are really fun to watch. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, I overall, yeah, the first, whatever, wasn't good, but you can compare it. AEW gets, because Tony Khan does not care. He doesn't care if they Twitch stream, if they, like, he doesn't care. They can do whatever they want. I mean, I don't think they can do OnlyFans, actually. I think maybe that, I don't think they can do that, but like he's already said, he's like, if it makes them happy and it helps our fans get closer with our talent, like, why would I, like, if a random person, like, okay, let's be honest. Let's say you only watched Brandon Cutler on Twitch, right? Like, that's the only place you ever saw him was his Twitch streams. And then all of a sudden, one stream, you find out he's an AEW wrestler on this network. You're probably going to at least check it out.
That's what I would think. Why would I lose out on promoting my talent? To me, that's like having, like, when people say even bad news is promoting you. So
yeah. And so Vince McMahon just needs to move on. But yeah, overall, as we get ready to wrap up here, our little, I guess, fandom experience for today is going to be to go ahead and to check out some of these, check out Adam Cole's Twitch stream. If you want to find like just a really great community.
He goes by the Chugs.
The Chugs, or as he's known on Uno, the Chugs 2, because he felt like the Chugs would be taken. Or
on Halo, he's known as Chugs McMuffin.
The full name. Yeah, I'm sorry. The correction. The full name is Chugs McMuffin. And that's Adam Cole's Twitch thing. But yeah, the AEW guys, if you're looking for great Twitch streams that like are just like great communities, and let's be honest, I've been gifted a sub in so many of these channels before from people, but like are just like amazing people, like Brandon Cutler, amazing Twitch streamer, Evil Uno, bless you, bud. Evil Uno, like those, it's just that'd be my recommendation for your little fandom experience this episode, is to check out some of those other Twitch streamers and then check us out on Twitch while you're at it. When you go ahead and follow those guys, follow us on Twitch as well. Those of you listening to this can't see what I'm doing, But
Hey, Shooter McGavin.
yeah, hey, that's a great movie. His role in Ballers is really good too. I'm binge watching Ballers right now on HBO Max.
Yeah, I dropped the last season.
Dwayne the Rock, though.
I didn't watch last season.
I don't know. We'll see how it is.
Check out
but-
Tiger. It's really good.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. Overall, I'll be interested to see what they do for episode 2 of SGS. It's already really annoying that there hasn't been a second episode just because of like how often these people streamed on Twitch to then only have it to be like once a month, or I don't know how long it's going to be, because it's been almost 2 weeks since the first episode and there's been no indication of when the next one's coming.
Yeah, not even we'll be next month. We'll see. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But
yeah, I'll reserve full opinion until the second episode appears. But we're gonna get ready to wrap up here. We didn't get any major fan questions to do for a quick Q&A, so we can transition straight into our little thing here. As always, this episode is our first bonus level episode of the month. Got tongue-tied there.
I do want to do a shout out to, as always, Matt Manzella for the music that is presented at the beginning and end of these bonus episodes.
I'm gonna mute Devin. Didn't say you could talk. Gonna mute him. Gonna quick mute. Yeah, but no, definitely shout out. That's the creator of our bonus level intro and outro too, right? Mm-hmm. He did both, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as always, I'll make sure that those links are included on that. Bonus levels, we try to stick to doing every other Tuesday. As always, new episodes will be every Friday, bright and early. And of course, we got a lot of cool stuff in the works. We don't want to ever really announce anything because, we don't know when stuff could change and go away. We got big people we're working on, but of course, the bigger person you're trying to work on, the more unresponsive they are typically. So it takes a lot of, I know, right? Back and forth to get that working. Just to recap, if you're catching this at a random point, starting this Wednesday during our live Royal Rumble show, January 13th, we will be a part of the Scene Snobs network and website. So you can go to their website and catch our past episodes. But if you go to their website, you can click on our stuff there. That still goes to our listens total and everything like that. And so any support is great. As always, we're on every major podcasting platform, Pandora, iHeart. Even though I did find out when I got on Pandora, we were supposed to get like a welcome email to help bring us up on Pandora. And quick little thing there. And yeah, so I don't know. It's weird because we heard from Carpool Shenanigans, who's a friend of ours.
We're just name dropping everybody today. If you love us, listen to Carpool Shenanigans, Scene Snobs.
Yeah, Scene Snobs. So maybe Pandora might have screwed us out. Pandora might have screwed us over.
I'll look back at the emails. Don't worry.
Yeah. And we'll figure it out. But Pandora, iHeart, Spotify, Facebook, and Twitter is both at Fandom Effect. So we can go ahead and make sure you follow us both on there as well. If you do want to watch me and Devin on Twitch, Devin is twitch.tv/dreamy_Kong. And I am twitch.tv/Bushido Geek. You can follow us on Twitch as well. If you do want to follow my Instagram and follow both my cosplay stuff, and I do post when we're doing recordings of the podcast as well, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well at instagram.com/the.bushido.geek. And I think that's it. Devin, do we got anything else? You got
for our Wednesday Royal Rumble podcast, just note Mark is going in at number 1 and may not come out at number 30.
I am going at number 1, or for however many numbers we have.
Yeah, you're not coming out at number 30.
Coming out at like number 15 because we're out of people. Because we couldn't do a full Royal Rumble. But It's a very cool concept. I'll say it really. So just make sure if you're listening to this now, stay tuned January 13th for our Royal Rumble discussion, which if you do miss it live, don't worry. It will be the second bonus level of the month that will air January 26th, the week before the actual Royal Rumble. So make sure you stay in tune for that kind of stuff. We will see you guys on the very next edition of the Fandom Effect. Thank you for joining us, whether it was live or you listen to this later, for this bonus level, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Run credits.
Run credits. Bye, Cameron.
Bye.
There it is.
Hate you, Mark.
Hate you too, bud.